Your Royal Highness, Mrs. Bakari, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll add on colleagues, and probably the biggest umbrella term for it all is probably friends. Welcome to Ernest Bevin College, and welcome to the Naz Bakari Legacy Foundation launch. It gives the institution great pleasure, and it's entirely appropriate that Naz's family should choose our college for this launch, and it's a great pleasure to host this event this evening. In the programme and in the course of the evening, you'll hear details of how the foundation will work and also tributes to Naz himself. There are many people in this room who worked very closely with him during the 17 years of headship at Ernest Bevin College. I think we would all roundly say in those years he treated all who came within his influence, both children and adults, with respect, care, and decency. Many of you, many of us, can lay testament to a dedicated professional human, with emphasis both on the professional and the human, who gave freely of his time and of his energy. Many were appointed by him. There'll be many people in this room who got their first or subsequent jobs at Ernest Bevin College appointed by Naz, and his eye to detect a good teacher was legendary. I remember Miss Sheikh and myself, I can't tell the story too completely because it will embarrass somebody in the room, and I'll change the gender so nobody will be able to tell at all. I remember Miss Sheikh and myself, joint principals here, thinking, well, that person's never going to work. It's never going to work at all. And Naz had been an enthusiastic advocate of this person, and as people do, Roxana and I said, that's not going to work, and we were absolutely wrong. I won't say whether the person's still here, I won't say whether they're a man or woman, but it definitely did happen. Naz's ability to appoint the right person into a job was legendary. So many were appointed by him, many were promoted by him, others witnessed his strength in governors' meetings and local authority meetings and in educational groups all around the country. And that's evident tonight by the distance that many people have travelled in order to be here and a part of this launch. Even ill in hospital, and it's in many respects it's sad to recall the days that he was ill in hospital, but even ill in hospital, his prime concern, and his family will vouch for this one, even before his own health, was the well-being of Ernest Bevin College. And this is absolutely true. I remember being summoned to a hospital to be at his bedside, not particularly because he wanted to see me, I sense, but because he wanted me to take some notes on things which needed attention, and he wanted that out of his head before he could relax and take the treatment that was necessary at the time. So I believe it was a Sunday morning, if I remember correctly, that I went to the hospital, and there was Naz very unwell, more perturbed about the state of his school than he was about his own health. My lasting recollection of his headship was described by a friend of mine, a colleague at the school who left 15, 20 years ago, who described Naz as a return to gentleman headship. That doesn't necessarily indicate what had gone before, but that person had a very clear idea that Naz was, in all times, with young people and with adults, a gentleman. The building we're in tonight was the result of his determination. A contract that should have been completed in 18 months went on for over 3 years, and he was at the helm of the school during those pretty troubled times. The wonderful sports hall that we've got here and all the achievements therein, the college is renowned for probably as much as any school in London for sporting achievement. That vision gave rise to the sports centre, and it was his vision that put the energy into making that building happen. We hope you all enjoy the evening, and I hope you can understand that a legacy that supports the development of all children would be something of which he would be very proud. And I emphasise that these charities that are going to be supported are very much charities that Naz would want to be identified with. He was a champion of all young people. The school has always had people from all around the world both as students and as teachers, and Naz was a champion of every one of them, wherever they came from, whatever their ability. So the institution, Ernest Bevin College, is going to work hard with the family and all involved to ensure that this legacy is a success. Thank you very much.